Hello everyone, welcome to an episode of Final Fantasy VI Brave New World mod, version 2.2 RC2, video number 3, I believe. Last time we left off, we got a Slim Jim, we got Vanish status, if I happen to get a Slim Jim on the way, then I will take that. I messed up. Oh, it's got the toggle. I didn't notice this. Dude. So is that their MP? So it's got the bar, max health. Dude, that's sick. I had no idea this was in the game. Okay, so, yeah, it appears to be Terra's MP. Edgar and Locke, maybe they have MP values that just aren't visible at this time, and that's why they show up there. I don't know. No, can't do that. So, random, but a lot of people speculate that the person who stole, the person that we're shadowing, that's shadowing us, up until the point where we face him is actually Vargas. And he confirms as much in the Pixel Remaster version, to my knowledge. But I never saw it that way. I think it's pretty clear based on the silhouette that it's actually Sabin. What's happening is Sabin is tailing Vargas, but Vargas is unaware of it because he's too busy being distracted by our presence as we're tailing him. So when we reach Vargas and Locke says, like, that was you shadowing us earlier, right? The Locke is operating under the assumption that the shadow in question that we see is Vargas, but it's actually Sabin. So, we have options here. I think I'm going to do this. I think that's good. I think I'm just going to go on the offensive. Butterfly deals double damage to humans, and what I like about this is it gives you options to do things like, for example, you could do what I'm doing and do the ultra offensive route where you are dual wielding and have front row, so you're getting, I can't do the math, but you know, you're getting 2 times damage with humans, less than that because you're dual wielding, plus this, it's ultimately worth it. Or if I wanted to, I could forsake this sword and grab a shield, a buckler, or even an iron shield, and sacrifice for defense. Now you might be thinking, why bother to take away one of your dual wield weapons for more defense if you're just going to have them in the front row? Well, Butterfly already does double damage to humans, so yeah, I'm almost cutting my damage output by half, but as long as I'm fighting against humans, the amount of damage that I'll deal is equal to, if not greater than, if I were dual-wielding fighting humans. The only caveat is that I have to be fighting against humans. But since we're going up against Vargas here, there you have it. I could just have someone else attack the non-humanoids. Hell, I could even stick him in the back row and have him dual wield. back row means his damage will be cut in half, and he'll suffer a penalty for having 2 weapons. But the dude's got 2 weapons, and one of them does double damage to humans. So that more than makes up for the deficiencies in... Oh, excuse me. It more than makes up for the loss of damage output acquired by being in the back row. Likewise, I can stick him in the back row and give him a shield, and then he'll be extra tanky, but I'll still have the 2 times damage to humans proc. It's only a semi-viable strategy, but it is viable. So you have so many options. It's just really cool. I'm going to go the ultra offensive option because it's the quickest way to get kills, and I'm more than confident enough that I don't have to worry about dying to Vargas. And I forgot what was here in the original game, but here it's Stout Spear. Give that to Edgar, and it gives us plus 10 attack and HP plus 25%. It's a huge boon. Actually, an absurd amount of HP bonus for this early in the game. Especially since we have Vanish. It won't protect us against his Gale Fist or anything, but up until then we're safe. As long as I can avoid the Ravens or whatever they're called. I might fight them anyway because formations or whatever. Got another Slim Jim, so now we have 2. I don't expect we'll need to use them. Ah, shit. Oh, there goes that. So yeah, jump is a very powerful option early on, and I'd say it stays a powerful option throughout basically the entire game. It tapers off a tiny little bit endgame, sort of, not really, because you can always Dragon Helm, and you can sword jump and all kinds of other stuff for procs. It's definitely like a objectively very powerful option at this point in time in the game. It's the best option, honestly. It's almost basically overkill. So we're gonna just go ahead and do that. It was a good run. Just got Trilliums down, got the Mammoth, whatever. We just need the bird thingies whose names I can't remember right now. Condor. Pretty sure there's no rage for that, but I want to get it anyway. It's really just Trillium that we needed. Noise Blaster is very OP early on, especially locations like this, because you can make Condor attack everyone with Wind Gale, which is as powerful as it sounds. The move is straight up dangerous. Oh, we can see the blue magic dot. Well, bummer. So yeah, enemies have counterattacks. Trilliums happens to be one of the particularly dangerous ones, where trying to brute force kill it with physical attacks is just suicide. Some people really don't like the counterattacks. I think they're great. I think they teach you to be smart and tactical with your abilities and learn your character's strengths and weaknesses. And the lessons are hard, which helps you remember. And I mean, friggin' the enemies glow red, so it's not like you don't know once it happens. It only happens once if you use your brain. Whoops. Goodness gracious, if only I could change counter rates. Alright, so level 8, 9, 9. That's more than enough. That's honestly overkill. We could have done this at level 7 comfortably. I have actually beaten this guy at level 3 while he is able to move twice as fast. I do believe the bears can be imped, but I'm good. No need. So, stealing from him gives you a Slim Jim. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that damage is pretty good. We are just going to DPS him. Yeah, he's dead in no time. He's dead next turn. Incredible. I won't even have time to use anything. That'll be the only Blizzard, the only of 2 Blizzard Fists that he will get the chance to use. Yeah, you're done. An obvious Kill Bill reference. Would have been cool if the SAP status effect worked based off of actions to mimic that ability in the movie. So, some differences between Sabin's blitzes are they now have different properties in order to better distinguish what they the differences between them. So Sabin's pummel in this mod, I'm pretty sure the original didn't do this. Pretty sure in the original it was just a standard attack. In this mod, it is a move that sets sap, and that's pretty lit. Because sap is very, very useful in this game. The ticks are... they're consistent. They always add up. It's always worth it to set sap on your enemy, and especially your bosses, if you have the means to do so. but it is absurdly powerful early on. One thing to note is that sap cannot kill bosses. They will just kind of sit at 1 HP, I guess, is how that works. And then you just finish them off with an attack. Some bosses are immune to sap, but what's unique about this mod is that a lot more enemies and bosses are susceptible to status effects, particularly debilitating ones that would rarely work in the original game. There's even enemies that are vulnerable to stop. There's bosses that are vulnerable to slow. Like, I want to say like at least a third of the bosses in this game are immune to either slow or sap, or both. More, actually. Obviously I haven't counted. It's quite a lot of them. Probably more than not, honestly. Would be nice to have one of those because we didn't buy one in the town. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of empty everybody here. I'm pretty sure the game does it by itself, but regardless. This mod has many moments where it will automatically unequip you at moments that are convenient. I like this version of the line in Brave New World. Envy, greed, pride, wrath, gluttony, sloth, lust. Notice that there's a pause between sloth and lust. So it's meant to give off the impression that he's personally emphasizing lust. And of course, he's talking to a vulnerable female, and this is an older man. I think it's meant for him to come off as just a little bit creepy, to make him seem a little bit more ambiguous as to his morality and where his loyalties lie. So he could be sort of, kind of like, I actually think I made this comparison recently. It kind of reminds me of the Oracle in the Matrix movie, where she's a good person. I mean, sort of. She's really neutral. She's just a part of the system. We go there to meet her so that we can gain a better understanding of who we are and if we are the chosen one and what that means. And while she offers us positive, advice, she comes across as mystical to the point of being eerie and off-putting. And I really like that for Banon's character. Whoops. Fairy Charm, which is useful. Start with the background noise. So here, the yes or no decision is not so clear-cut. Since the Genji glove doesn't exist, you no longer get it for saying no multiple times. Now it's either yes for a safety glove, which casts safe on low HP, or if you say no, you get the barrier cube, which is the same thing but for shell. I think we're going to go with yes for the safety glove, because at this early stage in the game, physical attacks are more common. Although, to be fair, they're easier to mitigate as well. I think it'll be very useful, in particular during the Sabin scenario, so that Sabin can still remain in the front and get him some protection. But the safety glove offers up safe on low HP, but it also gives you a boost to magic defense innately. And then barrier cube is the opposite. There's really no wrong answer, and I like that. I don't remember this. Is this new? He was going the wrong way. So, I think we are going to equip everyone and then call it quits for the video. So, we're going to do that and that. And that. I might do this instead. And I'll explain my reasonings, justifications for them, my setups. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It looks like it buffs defense. I'm thinking of the wall ring and the protect the guard ring. I was mistaken. So basically, it's just me buffing their defense, and that's why I chose this setup. So Sap and Safety Glove, that way he can continue to tank. So the things that are particularly devastating are when Ultros does his delicious morsel, let me get my bib, and Muscleheads, I hate them, and then single targets them. Bannon I can't really do anything about, but it is what it is, other than use defend. So this will mitigate that kind of damage. I'm going to go ahead and go to the inn and heal. And that will be it for the video. Next time will be Lethe River, Ultros, and if at all possible, I'll try to do at least one of the 3 scenarios. See you next time.